Welcome to Crypto Journal. Hit like right now if you value my content with fresh updates about Zbec. Drop a comment and tell me what other projects I should bring next. I read every single one. While the crypto world debates which blockchain will win, something extraordinary just happened in complete silence. A Solana-based payment protocol partnered with MasterCard, the payment giant processing billions of transactions globally, to launch the world's first zero-fee, fully private, reloadable crypto debit card. And this isn't vaporware. This is operational infrastructure serving thousands of users across 26 countries right now. Today, we're exposing the Zbeck-Mastercard partnership, the latest updates that changed everything in 2025, and why this collaboration represents the most important bridge between crypto and traditional finance that retail investors are completely ignoring. Let me show you what actually happened. On March 27th, 2025, Zbec Network launched Zbec Carbon, a crypto debit card powered by MasterCard that enables users to spend digital assets anywhere MasterCard is accepted. But here's what makes this different from every other crypto card: zero fees. No sign-up fees, no monthly fees, no transaction fees. You load USDC, and when you spend, it converts to fiat at exactly 1-to-1 ratio. No markup, no hidden costs. The card offers instant activation, complete privacy without standard ID checks, and compatibility with Apple Pay and Google Pay. You can reload up to $1,000 per transaction with a maximum daily spending limit of $10,000. It's currently available in the UK and 26 European countries, with expansion to the US, Latin America, and Asia confirmed for 2025. But here's what changes everything. This isn't just another crypto card. This is MasterCard, the second largest payment network globally with 3.3 billion cards in circulation and 150 million merchant locations, officially integrating blockchain payment infrastructure into their global network. When MasterCard powers a crypto card, they're not experimenting. They're positioning for the future of digital payments. Now let's talk about the updates that accelerated this partnership into something nobody expected. On May 1st, 2025, Zbec announced certification as a member of Circle's Alliance program, integrating USDC as the default stablecoin across their entire product suite. Circle Ventures was one of Zbec's earliest backers, and Circle holds a significant amount of ZBCN tokens. This wasn't a new partnership announcement. This was the formalization of a relationship that had been building for years. The same day, Zbec initiated a $50,000 buyback of 50 million ZBCN tokens, funded by revenue from their card program. This deflationary tokenomics move reduced total supply while signaling that the card business was generating real revenue. The market responded immediately. ZBCN surged 30% in 24 hours and 53% over the following week. As of October 2025, card transaction volumes have grown 7% monthly, processing over $300 million annually. But here's where the strategy becomes brilliant. Zbec didn't just launch a card. They built a complete ecosystem connecting crypto payments to real-world spending. In July 2025, they expanded Zbec card support to 15 blockchains, including Solana, Ethereum, BNB Chain, and Octaspace CTA. This multi-chain interoperability means users can hold assets on any supported network and spend them instantly through the MasterCard-powered card. In August 2025, Zbec launched ZebecNet, a decentralized ESGM network built in partnership with World Mobile that enables borderless crypto payments across 70-plus countries. World Mobile operates 2.1 million daily active users and 60,000+ nodes. When connectivity infrastructure combines with payment infrastructure through MasterCard integration, you create complete financial access for regions that lack both banking and reliable internet. This is the vision. A user in rural Kenya gets connectivity through World Mobile's ESGM network. They earn income through Zbec's real-time streaming payroll. They load funds onto a Zbec card that works at 80 million merchants globally through MasterCard. And the entire flow operates without traditional banks, without ID verification barriers, and without transaction fees. This isn't future technology. This is operational infrastructure serving users right now. Now let's talk about why MasterCard specifically chose Zbec for this partnership. because this reveals something critical about how traditional finance views blockchain infrastructure. MasterCard has been actively exploring blockchain for years. In 2025, they integrated their multi-token network with JP Morgan's Kinex's digital payments platform to facilitate cross-border blockchain transactions. They're not anti-crypto. They're strategically positioning for a multi-chain future. But MasterCard doesn't partner with just any crypto project. They need partners that meet institutional compliance standards, provide scalable infrastructure, and offer real utility beyond speculation. Zbec completed SOC 2 Type 2 certification in September 2025, the security standard required for enterprise financial infrastructure. They acquired GateKnox for native KYC, KYB, and AML compliance. They're pursuing European Union MiCA approval and ISO 27001 certification. This compliance infrastructure is why MasterCard partnered with Zbec. When you operate global payment networks, regulatory compliance isn't optional. It's foundational. Zbec invested millions building compliance infrastructure that most crypto projects ignore. And MasterCard recognized that this compliance positioning makes Zbec a viable partner for traditional finance integration. Here's the competitive advantage this creates. Most crypto cards charge fees. Crypto.com charges monthly fees depending on your tier. Coinbase card charges conversion fees. Even MetaMask's crypto card, launched in December 2024, has transaction costs. Zbec Carbon offers zero fees because Zbec generates revenue from other products. Real-time payroll processing serving 200 plus employees monthly, treasury management tools for Web3 companies, and the Zapin point-of-sale terminal launching for retail merchants. The card is a customer acquisition tool, not a profit center. By offering zero fees, Zbec attracts users who then engage with their broader ecosystem. Once users hold ZBCN to access premium features, stake tokens for governance, or use Zbec's other products, the economic flywheel accelerates. This is platform strategy, not product strategy. Now let's talk about Zapin, because this completes the ecosystem in ways nobody's discussing. Zapin is a DE-PIN-based point-of-sale terminal that facilitates real-time USDC payments in retail settings. Merchants deploy Zapin terminals. Customers pay with Zbec cards. Settlement happens instantly in USDC. And the entire transaction operates on blockchain rails with near zero fees. This creates closed-loop crypto payment infrastructure. Employers pay workers through Zbec's streaming payroll in USDC. Workers load USDC onto Zbec cards. Workers spend at merchants using Zapin terminals. And merchants receive USDC instantly, without waiting for traditional payment processing. The entire economic cycle operates on blockchain infrastructure powered by MasterCard's global network. Traditional payment processing charges merchants 2 to 3% per transaction. Card networks like Visa and MasterCard take cuts. Payment processors take cuts. Banks take cuts. By the time funds reach merchants, 2 to 3% has disappeared in fees. Crypto payment infrastructure through Zapin could reduce merchant costs to under 0.5%, dramatically improving margins while maintaining MasterCard's global acceptance network. Here's what makes this particularly powerful. Zbec isn't competing with MasterCard. They're providing infrastructure that makes MasterCard more competitive. As traditional payment networks face pressure from digital payment platforms and blockchain alternatives, partnerships like Zbec give MasterCard access to crypto payment infrastructure without building it from scratch. MasterCard gets blockchain payment capabilities. Zbec gets access to 150 million merchants and 3.3 billion cardholders. Both companies benefit from the partnership. This is how traditional finance and blockchain converge, not through competition, but through strategic collaboration where each partner provides infrastructure the other lacks. Now let's address the privacy feature, because this is controversial but critical. Zbec Carbon markets itself as 100% private, with spending activity remaining undisclosed and no standard ID checks required. In traditional finance, this would be impossible due to KYC and AML regulations. But Zbec's structure creates legal gray areas where users can access financial services without full identity verification. This privacy approach serves markets where traditional banking infrastructure creates barriers. Users in countries with weak financial systems, users without government ID documents, and users who value financial privacy can access MasterCard's global payment network without traditional banking requirements. This expands financial inclusion dramatically, but also creates regulatory risks that could force changes as regulations tighten. That Zbec's acquisition of GateKnox for compliance suggests they're preparing for this. When regulations require stricter KYC, they have the infrastructure to implement it without disrupting operations. The privacy-first approach captures early adopters. The compliance infrastructure ensures they can adapt as regulations evolve. Here's the market context. In October 2025, the SEC issued a no-action letter for DE-PIN tokens like ZBCN, classifying them as non-securities. This regulatory clarity sparked a 3% sector-wide rally and removed major uncertainty around Zbec's token classification. Combined with the Genius Act passed in July 2025 creating federal stablecoin frameworks, the regulatory environment for crypto payments became significantly clearer in 2025. This regulatory timing perfectly aligns with Zbec's infrastructure build. They completed compliance certifications just as regulations provided clarity. They launched MasterCard integration as stablecoin frameworks became law, and they're expanding globally as regulatory barriers decrease. This isn't coincidence. This is strategic positioning for a moment when crypto payments transition from experimental to operational. Now let's talk about what comes next, because the roadmap reveals where this partnership is heading. Zbec is expanding card availability to the US, Latin America, and Asia in 2025. They're launching Zapin terminals for retail merchants. They're integrating additional blockchains beyond the current 15 supported networks. And they're pursuing ISO 27001 certification by year-end 2025. But the biggest catalyst is Zbeck-Network's full launch. When decentralized connectivity infrastructure combines with crypto payment infrastructure across 70-plus countries, you create financial access for billions of people who lack both banking and internet. The World Mobile Partnership with 2.1 million daily active users provides immediate distribution. The MasterCard integration provides global acceptance, and Zbec's zero-fee model removes economic barriers. This is infrastructure for the next billion crypto users. Not speculators trading meme coins, but people who need financial services because traditional banking excluded them. When you can earn through streaming payroll, save in stablecoins, spend through MasterCard-powered cards, and access services without banks, the value proposition becomes undeniable. Let me be crystal clear about what we're not saying. We're not saying ZBCN will moon because of MasterCard. We're not saying this partnership guarantees success. We're not saying there are no risks. Privacy features could face regulatory challenges. Competition from other crypto cards could intensify. Market conditions could deteriorate. This isn't financial advice. What we are saying, follow the infrastructure builds. Zbec completed SOC2 certification. They partnered with MasterCard globally. They integrated Circle's USDC as default stablecoin. They expanded to 15 blockchains. They launched ZbecNet with World Mobile. They're processing $300 million annually with 7% monthly growth. This is operational infrastructure, not vaporware. When traditional payment networks like MasterCard integrate blockchain infrastructure, they're not experimenting. They're positioning for a future where crypto payments become mainstream. And they're choosing partners like Zbec who invested in compliance, scalability, and real utility beyond speculation. The current price of ZBCN doesn't reflect this partnership yet. With 100 billion total supply and deflationary tokenomics through transaction fee burns and buybacks, the market is valuing Zbec based on current metrics rather than future adoption potential. But when ZbeckNet launches fully, when US expansion completes, when Zapin terminals deploy globally, price discovery will reflect new reality. This is how mainstream adoption actually happens. Not through viral marketing campaigns, but through strategic partnerships with companies that have billions of existing users. Not through speculation, but through operational infrastructure that solves real problems. Not through hype, but through compliance that enables traditional finance integration. Now you understand why Zbeck-Mastercard matters more than another exchange listing or influencer endorsement. This is traditional finance integrating blockchain infrastructure at scale. This is 150 million merchants becoming accessible to crypto users. This is 3.3 billion MasterCard holders one step away from crypto adoption. And this is happening right now while retail investors chase meme coins. If this changed your perspective on how crypto and traditional finance are converging, smash that like button. Drop a comment with your analysis on whether Zbeck-Mastercard represents the future of crypto payments or if competition will overtake them. Tell me which traditional finance partnerships you think will surprise markets next. I read every comment. Let's see who's thinking about infrastructure instead of speculation. See you in the next one.